two, one, two, one, two, one, two, one, two, one, two. That truth is in the building. What's going down? What's happening with everybody? Let me get my phone together. All right. So yeah, I'm just trying to this screen right here. It's gonna go out. I need a whole new one. But what's going down, man? I ain't seen y'all in a minute. What's happening? Let's do this real quick. We ain't gonna do nothing with this. Turn up for Christ or burn up for life. For real, for real, for real. Eh, how you love that? What's happening, man? Um, actually, I got a lot to talk about, man. We haven't chopped it up in a couple of weeks. I've been tired. Uh, back on the third shift grinding, but now that it ain't even you can't call it spring because spring ain't even showed up yet. We had a few little days where it was diesel, and then it just I don't know what's going on out there. But meanwhile, whenever the little third shift job do what it do, um, what'll happen is they'll start forcing us in. So they've been forcing us in on Fridays, and then they've been forcing us in on Sundays. Unfortunately, I had to go to my sister's funeral this week in Chicago, so I got a bereavement pass, and so I got like 2 days off. Let me check in with my chats. But yeah. Oh, this screen is acting stupid. But I got 2 days off. I got Friday off, and I got tonight off. You know, uh, just on the strength of my sister Cheney passing, and I got to tell you, it's been like back to back. I started to do a podcast called "I'm Running Out of Funeral Clothes." You know what I mean? And I ain't gonna even front. And I'm not trying to be funny, but it's a very serious thing. My little cousin died. Anissa and Den Lee's daughter. Uh, I want to say Zendaya. I ain't for sure how you pronounce their name. She's got a very unique name. And so not only that, but it started like with Lin Lin as far as this year. Matter of fact, my cousin Mafio died, I want to say the last week of December of last year. But the funeral was either right before the funeral was this year or right before New Year's, one of the two. And so Mafio, Lin Lin, uh, we ended the year off with Brandon Jones, my cousin Brandon. That was sad. Uh, so much that went on in 23. Then 24 just started off. Then little cuz, she was number like 15 to 16 years old. Then we turned around and we had to go with John Scopass. That was unfortunate. And then, okay, so you got Lin Lin. I talked about Lin Lin. John Scopass. Then my sister Cheney passed too. And so Josh Sutton, he just passed. And when I went and got the Cadillac, I went up there the last time and I checked on Josh because Josh was a couple of exits before you get out to Makokata. And so I had stopped in there and stuck my head in the door, what I mean, just give him a fist bump and just, pray over him and stuff like that, man. And so I don't know the details of it, but I know that they just had a balloon release and having to work and just, I couldn't make it to that. But I just want to send out, my condolences to all the family, especially my sister and them up in Chicago. That was a beautiful thing that they put together for my sister. But the McDuffies, man, them is my peoples, man. It's like I grew up with them. You know what I mean? So I've been knowing Johnny, ever since we was in our single digits until our teenage years. Me and Real Mac, the whole nine, and then Josh. I told you about Josh and stuff like that. And so, man, it's like, but yeah. And so we had those funerals going on. Mafia going on. It's Lin Lin going on. It's my little cousin. And so, man, if you lost anybody, man, I just want to say God bless you. God bless you and your family. I'm sending out my condolences. I'm praying for y'all, man, because, like John Skull, he had kids out here. My sister actually died on her son's birthday. So how real is that? That you it's your birthday instead of you getting a chance to celebrate. Your mom is knocking on the door and she has a heart attack or she has a heart failure right there at the house. And they said she wound up dying in her mom's arms. She thought the door was locked. She couldn't get in the door. She didn't have enough strength to get in the door. But they said some really beautiful things about her. Her class that she went to school with. This is gonna be their 30-year anniversary, and so they was super dope. They came up and they spoke. I didn't get a chance to make it to John Scope funeral, but you seen all the pics and all the stories and stuff, man. They was like the whole city came out for that, and I was so tired. I ain't gonna even front. I fell asleep. I blacked out and didn't even wake up until the funeral was almost over. That's how tired I've been in the last couple of weeks, and so the sleep thing has been real, man. And if anybody know, I already struggle with insomnia, so that was already, uh, what I mean. You taking pills to sleep, and then you can't sleep. You know what I mean? And then they working you so much that it's just like, man, it's too much. It's hard to explain. But so now that we got that out the way, I want to shout out to my man Mix. I just seen that video, my dude, VIP. It came across my screen. So I seen the VIP. If you ain't seen the VIP, go on YouTube. I think June B too. I think it's on his page or on Mix page. T Mix Big Gator VIP. I think they taped it a couple of weeks was Mix's birthday. I got a chance to shoot out and buy him a drink. It's crazy because I shoot out to the skylight just to catch up with him and buy him a drink for his birthday. Soon as I buy the drinks for the birthday, get to the table, they get to fighting in the shine box and everybody get kicked out. So it was just like I just went in there and just spent $60 for like nothing. $20 to get in, 37 for double shots of Remy's for him and Tiff. And we got kicked out. So no longer than I got to the table. I think me and Weezy, we got to chop it up for like about a good few minutes. Me and we sit there and we kind of caught up and stuff like that. And I bought Mix a drink, man, and it was over. But the video was dope. It was hot. He cleaned in the mug. I see my man Paul, Paper Paul, is in the video. It was very unique. You dig what I'm saying? I heard about the restaurant, and I don't know, man. Y'all invite me into some stuff. You know what I mean? But I got some stuff coming too. So I'm gonna support y'all because I know y'all support me. Even though we don't talk to each other like every day, I know it's all love. Them is my bros for real. But yeah, man. The Cat Williams went to nap for Cat Williams, man, and got kicked out of that. It's like people need to stop fighting, man, all over the place. You dig what I'm saying? So people can enjoy themselves. Here it is, 2024, and every time you go somewhere, y'all tearing up the place, man. Stop fighting everywhere you go, man, especially around here, because y'all already ain't got enough spots as it is. So cut it out. And I don't know who idea it is to jag the like door prices up to like $30 and $25 like we in the city, to each his own, but it's too much trouble. It's sort of like a risk factor. It's a safety issue to even come out and do anything. So don't do people like that. Don't take their money, and then you might wind up shutting the thing down before they get a chance to have fun, man. Cut that out with the high prices because it's not that. It ain't like that around here. For real, for real. It ain't like that. I love the crib, but it ain't like that. So stop that with the prices. Um, yeah. So the the Cat Williams. I don't know what was going on. I just kind of heard from the lady, from the guy's wife who was actually in the fight. As we was getting kicked out, she was walking by us, and I guess some guy was drunk. He was a white guy, and I guess she just kept saying he was drunk, and he kept laying his head on her husband like shoe or something. They sitting up in a row, and he's sitting down here, and he falling all over the place. The lady came by, that check your tickets to tell you where you going, and I guess when they stood up to talk, dude put his light on his phone on Buddy. And I remember seeing him slap his phone out of his hand, and she took off on him. And they took off on them. You dig what I'm saying? And so they beat him down pretty bad. And you know how black people are when you get to fighting and like they hit the lights and they see a big old commotion. People started grabbing each other's hands and they started running for the exits. Cat Williams hit the curtain and was like, "Thank y'all for coming out. Good night." Hit us with like some more Russell Simmons, man, and got right up out of there. So it's gonna go down in Des Moines on May 10th. So check that out. Ooh, ooh. Guess what's going down at the River Center? Boxing. With all our peoples. Everybody is fighting on this card, I think. First of all, Chino is back on the card. Shout out to Chino. Chino fighting. I know Najee is fighting. Lil Gary is fighting. I do not know that brother that's over there in East Moline, Smoking Joe Perez or something like that. I don't know you, fam, but you from the crib. I got love for you. And so, to tell you the truth, I will be definitely over there trying to get me some tickets. I'm trying to get tickets and it's so hard. I don't know what's up. You know, I'm trying to get on the floor, but I bought some dope stuff when I was in that. So I definitely want to just put on and just come out there and check out my man for Sean Lee. He back on the thing. Dude is exciting to watch. Najee is my cousin. Lil Gary, I grew up with his pop, so we definitely gonna watch him. Chino is it's another family affair. Rita, Cheeto, my man Mo, you know what I mean? I cut his hair. You dig what I'm saying? Them is my peoples. That's my extended family. So, you know, we out there rooting for the Quad City. So any and everybody, you know how the boxing matches go. They go down. It be dope. It's like a little Las Vegas for the Quad Cities. Show up. Cause you know Vashawn Lee is on the card. And man, when he show up, man, he show out. And so we coming to see them little guys get it on and get it in. You know what I mean? And so I'm trying to figure it out. I'm trying to get in there. I got to get a ticket, man. I got to try to get a ticket. And so I haven't accomplished that. But yeah, River Center, May 3rd, do that. Cat Williams in Des Moines, May 10th. I ain't finna go back out there to go check that out again. But I will tell you, if you was planning on going to Des Moines to see the Cat Williams show, it's worth every dollar. Every dollar. They had three like opening acts, right? And they was dope. You know, especially this one lady. She got hard. She went hard. I can't remember their name, so I'm not gonna try to. But they had hanging with Mr. Cooper. Mark Curry was on the bill. So Mark Curry is on the bill. Then Tommy Davidson came out. He killed. You dig what I'm saying? Tommy Davidson was on the bill, and then Monique came out. Monique, she showed out. She got a standing ovation, and then Cat came out, and you know, Cat was smashing. I mean, we was having a blast. I mean, it was a beautiful thing. And then they got the fighting, and so we got put out. Cool thing about it is, as we was getting kicked out, my old man called me, and he was downstairs with my stepmom, him and my mom and them. They had got fresh and they went out because it was his birthday week. And so when y'all see me take those pictures where it looked like me and him was on the red carpet, he was at at the Cat Williams comedy show too. And so as I came down the steps, I got a chance to see him and jump in line so we could take some pics and flick up. So I mean, that was beautiful. We got a chance to check out All Stars. And so cuz thanks for that. That was love. Jay rode out the red carpet, gave us like a nice like little couch section, gave us a waitress and every, you know what I mean? It's a beautiful thing. You know, family is love in there. So Friday and Saturday, we hung out with Butchie B, slid past his crib, took some pictures in the Rolls Royce, Butchie B doing his thing out there, like super big. But overall, the Cat Williams was love. So if you're going to check that out, do that because you will not be disappointed. As long as they don't fight, shit, you're gonna get your money's worth on that one. Cat Williams is a dog. But you know what we was waiting on? We was waiting on him to talk about the Kevin Hart, the Steve Harvey, and all that stuff like that. But I mean, from the time he hit the stage, man, he was showing out. So it was all love. And yeah, check that out. So I don't know, man. I got a little time. We might go a little bit over. We might not. I don't know, just depending on this. I said part one. You know why? Because when anytime that we talk about like relationship type stuff, um, what happened is so many people are like point out their point of view. Hey, what's up, Auntie? I see him now. I see my chats. My auntie is on deck. My little cousin Ebony is on deck. I love you too, cousin. When I pop up, man, I might have to come and see you too. We got to stop missing each other. But it's so much family in Indianapolis. You just can't you can't do everything that you wanted to do. I didn't get a chance to get up with Lil Ronnie or Cowboy. I seen them pictures with Hody, man. I didn't even get to see none of the neighborhood guys because the hotel we had was way out and it's neither here nor there, but it was like 20 minutes away. I'm used to kind of like staying close to where I can just go from east to west, but it was the highway and it was kind of expedient, but it was like going north south. So it was like we didn't do a lot of traveling, but we did a lot of shopping. Shout out to Lil Willie. Lil Willie looked out. You did what I'm saying. I'm talking about, you know, we ain't taking no trips unless we get some kicks. So no kicks, no trip. And went down there and and bought a bunch of more shoes, man. And I'm not saying it like I got it like that, but I just got a shoe fetish. I got a shoe problem, and I prayed about it. You did, I did. I told the Lord, you know, have mercy on me. You know what I mean? I like my little shoes, but one thing my shoes don't do, they don't trump bills and they don't trump important stuff. You did what I'm saying? So I'm never in a position where I'm gonna buy something and get outside of my means or step outside of my body. It ain't like it was when we was hustling, like we was getting it from the mud. we waking up and we punching the clock. And I work hard though, B. I mean, I really do. I work third shift from like 10 o'clock at night to like 6 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes my first haircut is like 7 o'clock in the morning. And then I rock a few of them haircuts. Then I jump up. I take a little nap. I jump up and cut a few more heads. Take another hour nap. Then I'm back at craft. And then sometimes I gotta load up the trunk and go DJ. Like the month of May, I think I got a DJ gig every weekend. Then I shout out to Iowa City. I did the little public speaking gig. I do got that recorded. This time they sent me a link and it is recorded. So I'm gonna edit that and I'm gonna probably share that too. I got something that I'm working on, so maybe I can put them together and give y'all a little taste of what I was doing on the public speaking. So I'm trying to get on that TED talk, that TEDx talk, and so I want to do that. That's a dream and goal. But I got something big coming up. I can't tell you about it until I damn near get it done, and then we'll talk about it. But thank y'all for rocking with me. Thank you for being patient. That's the reason why I've been gone for 2 weeks because I've been trying to get some rest. And so shout out to Lil Willie, man, on that lookout. That discount that he get is so ridiculous. So it made me shop even harder. I was some of that stuff I probably wouldn't even bought if it wasn't for Lil Cuz coming up there and having this discount. But I remember the River Center. Get there. All right, so let's talk about what I want to tell you about. Um, what I was talking about when I did this thing, what is he saying? It's gonna get deep because I was having some conversations with some peoples, and like ladies, when you get into like a friendship or you start trying to holler at a guy or a guy's trying to shoot a shot at you or something like that, like nowadays everything's social media, right? And so uh a lot of times I'll keep it honest and I'm keeping it 100 with you, bare truth. When I shoot you like friend requests, the main thing that I'm trying to do is get people to jump on the podcast and check it out. When Restream send me, my whole monthly like view, and it send me all of my stats and stuff like that. Most of my viewers are ladies from the 30s to the 50s. Now I got men in there, but I'm talking about the majority of the podcast stats. I guess checking it from like Facebook and from Instagram accounts, it's saying by your profile, most of the people that's watching the podcast, is women from in their 30s into their 50s. And so, you know, you chop it up, you meet people, you talk to people. And not only that, this is the new way of dating. Like everybody is going to meet somebody there. And this is the era where people is catfishing people. People like, listen, it's crazy. We was in the break room just the other day, and I wish that I could put this on here without getting hit with shaming. But people be posting pics on their Facebook page, and then in person, they don't really look like that. Like, you know what I mean? Filters is one thing where you're doing it where it messes with it. It can kind of change your skin. It can, you know what I mean? It can do some little stuff. And I mean, to each his own. Do your thing. I just say this, ladies. If you're using filters and you taking pictures, you know what I mean, that ain't no different than somebody out in Hollywood doing a photo shoot, getting glammed up, putting on makeup, putting on nails, jewelry, or whatever. You dig what I'm saying? Take your pictures and look good. Something that's gonna make you feel good. If it's gonna motivate you to be great, man, shoot for the stars. For real, for real. That's my honest opinion. But I will tell you this: if you posting pics and you making yourself seem like you one way, and then a person see you face to face and you ain't like that, that ain't right. That's bogus and that's low down, and you need to be stopped. For real, for real. Turn up for Christ, burn up for life. Be happy with yourself. You know what I mean? And I wouldn't care if you was skinny, if you was big, or whatever you think your situation is. Always be honest with a person. I mean, first of all, with yourself and how you present yourself, because sometimes your pictures, your face, your stuff. This is your passport. You know what I mean? Or this is your first impression when you meeting a person. And so when you meeting a person, you know, who are you? Are you really like that? You know what I mean? You got a funky attitude. Are you really nice? You dig what I'm saying? Are you out for the games and you or you this and you that? And so when I titled the podcast today, it was like, what is he saying? Because a lot of times you might get the wrong message, or a dude might be sending a mixed message and making you think that it's really on and it's not on. And so I got a couple of like videos and stuff like that, and then we're gonna break them down, and then I'm gonna tell you something that I think. when a man is dating a woman. He's coming from, a few different places, but we're going to check out one. We're going to break that down. Then we're going to come back. We're going to talk about the other one. But then we're going to do a part two because we're going to do it for the ladies. Like, what is she really saying? Because a lot of times y'all send mixed messages just like dudes send mixed messages. They'll be in your inbox. They'll be like, hey, what's up? This and that. Next thing you know, you meet dude, he a creep. You meet shorty, she's a clown, or she just ain't on her business. She ain't on top of her. He ain't on top of his square. He's a loser. He's a jive turkey or something. Then sometimes you might just meet somebody like, damn, you a breath of fresh air. It's like, damn, you know what I mean? I didn't think that, you know what I mean, that sometimes you could run into like genuine people. I've met some genuine people through the book, and we done turned out to just be cool as hell. You know what I mean? And that goes for people watching a podcast, doing business, to like ladies who watch the podcast and that might know anything about digital creation, or that might be able to help me do this and that, or we give each other advice, we encourage each other, or either we talk about God or some cool stuff. And some situations then turn bad. You dig what I'm saying? And so, what is he saying? Like when you meet somebody, maybe like off the book, and now all of a sudden you're dealing with this person, and then it go left like really quick. Sarah, what's up? Thank you for the shout out, man. You always, I don't care if it's 2 o'clock in the morning, you know what I mean, if you see something that I post and you think it's dope, you show up, and then you'll say something cool. I kind of wanted to do the negative one first, so I hope I got it right. I titled it the same thing, but however it goes, we're gonna talk about them. But I just want to say, Sarah, I love you. And I appreciate you too. And the people that be checking out the posts and y'all post. When y'all see my stories, watch this song that I got, like Lord Have Mercy on Me. I'm finishing up, and it talks about social media and stuff like that. Man, I got some dope music that I gotta get to y'all. But hold on, check this video out and I'll be right back.
Four signs he's not for you. Number one, you don't have his full attention. A man who's serious about you will give you his undivided attention. If he's scrolling on his phone all the time when you're with him, his eyes are wandering every time a woman walks past, then he's not the one. Number two, he's secretive with you. If you still don't know where he lives, you still don't know who his parents are, you've never met any of his friends, and he doesn't share any sensitive information about his life with you, he's not serious. Number three, how about this? You do all the compromising. See, relationships start off 50-50, but marriage is 100-100. If you're the one that has to change for him, you have to sacrifice and give up everything for him, and he's not giving up anything for you, it's not the one for you. And finally, it revolves around one thing. If the only way you connect is through physical intimacy, he's not the one.
I had to switch the view on the camera because I keep telling y'all this screen over here is acting stupid. So let me put this over here and let me do this. But did you kind of see like what he was saying? You know what I mean? Uh he said uh like different types of things, like say for instance, the time, like, you know what I mean, if he's doing like certain things, like he's not paying you any attention. This one guy that I had, his video was too long. He calls it pursuing you. You know what I mean? If a dude ain't pursuing you, you know what I mean, like every day, or checking on you like every day, then he ain't really interested in you. This probably ain't the guy. You know what I mean? That's like that. Now, only reason why that I wanted to bring that up and I wanted to talk about it is because it's like this though too. Um, I'm in a situation where I got so much going on that it be kind of hard for me to, you know what I mean? Like, I work third shift, 10 at night to 6 o'clock in the morning, and then I cut hair. And so it's just like when I say I be tired and that I don't really have no time, it's an understatement, you know. And so sometimes, it has hurt me when you trying to be friends, or you trying to be cool with somebody, you're trying to get to know somebody, because you don't get a chance to like really show them the attention that you want to. You could talk on the phone and you can say this and that, and you might want to go do this and that, but then I got all these public speaking things that's coming up. I got these DJ gigs that's coming up. I need to be messing with these tables, and then I'll be trying to learn this music so I know what y'all listening to out here. That man, that boss man D-Lo is going crazy everywhere. And do you know that I was doing a Sweet 16, like my little cousin Sweet 16, like months ago, and a little kid. I ain't gonna say a little kid, but he was a high school student. He probably like 16. He came up to the DJ booth and was like, "Man, do you got Get In With Me?" And I'm like, who is that? He was like, Boss Man D-Lo. So I gave him my phone. He looked it up and I played it for him. Fast forward about like, and this was like January or February, where our little cuz Sweet 16 was. Now, fast forward, fam, we go to Indianapolis. It's going crazy at All Stars. When they play it, everybody know every word to the song. Everywhere you go, like Boss Man D-Lo is everything. So I'm just saying all of that to say, like, I really do be trying to stay up with what's going on. So if I get a DJ gig, that I can know what they playing. But I wear like about 5 different hats. You dig what I'm saying? From public speaking to DJing to cutting hair to working at craft to doing the podcast. You dig what I'm saying? And we trying to get back into the daddy daughter like dates, and get Nubia and them out and spend time with them so I can see what's going on with the kids and stuff like that. And then you still want to have time on your own. So it's kind of hard, ladies, you know what I mean? For me, I'm gonna say, to say that I can show that attention. Now you see, you're gonna see what this other dude says about if Barack Obama can show Michelle attention, then a man that really wants you should be able to show you some attention. And I mean, it's true. But these are some signs that you got to really like look for, you know what I mean, in a man to know, like saying, for instance, if this dude is really like playing you, if he's ambitious and you see that he got goals and he got things going on, then yeah, you might want to rock with him. You dig what I'm saying? Maybe, you can be on his team and you can help motivate him. If he catch a break, then boom, you jump in there, slide in there, have dinner, shoot out, and go do something nice. But a lot of times, if a dude is a jive turkey, he gonna show you. His action is gonna speak louder than words. Now listen to this. A person was putting me up on something, and I wanted to bring this to your attention, whether you believe it or not. It's up to you. Rody, what's up? On my phone, I see y'all going. Dre, what's going down, my dude? It's like I see so many people that's on my phone. I wonder which page y'all watching it on though. Dre, what's up, bro? We got to get together, man. I've been seeing your post, man, and I hate to keep saying it, but we got to get together. Now listen to this. A man will date a woman. He will always pick a woman up from 3 places. Now I want you to listen to this and tell me if you feel like this is true. It's either going to be from pain, it's going to be for pleasure, or it's going to be for purpose. Okay? Listen to that, from 3 different places. It's either going to be from a place of pain, it's going to be from a place of pleasure, or it's going to be from a place of purpose. And so I guess what they're trying to say is like this. So listen, if a man picks you up and he's picking you up from a place of pain, and you need to try to figure that out, little mama, when you hollering at him, like what's going on with him, what kind of issues is he dealing with? Now, if he start talking about a relationship where somebody broke his heart, or what if he's dealing with a death of a loved one, you know what I mean, or something like that. What if he just got out of prison? And that's not to necessarily say that it's pain, but he could be hurting, meaning like financially not stable, or somebody might have did him wrong to where he went to jail or went to prison. But that place of pain, the reason why you got to be looking out for this is because now you talking to a person who is trying to date you to help you be a. He needs you to be a band-aid to cover up something. He needs you to be a fix. You see what I'm saying? So he's got something that's going on in his life that hurts. So maybe he's using you for your time and your company to get his mind away from that. Now, that don't necessarily mean that that could be a bad thing if he's willing, you know what I mean, to use, like, say for instance, if you got like some cool advice, you know what I mean. I had like a little lady friend, man, and we hung out like a couple of times. We just met up out in the streets. And when I say like beautiful, she's super, super beautiful, super duper smile. Um, we right around the same age bracket. And when I say, to be, in her 40s, I love to see ladies that's in their 40s and their 50s that's fly and dope. Fly haircut, fly shoe game. You dig what I'm saying? That ain't missing a beat, still killing the game, still successful, got a nice little job. You dig what I'm saying? Or, just successful financially, spiritual, love God, and you know what I mean, keep themselves together. That just ain't fell apart. You know what I mean? But me and her would just clash on the way that she would give me like advice. And we talked about it. It's like certain areas, you dig what I'm saying, we just bump heads on. You know what I mean? And it's like, um, I'm telling you this is because sometimes a person can ride out with you or they can give you advice. Like, lady, you can find a man and he might be hurting. And you might say, okay, I'm gonna take on this project. I'm gonna try to pick him up. But you can only do that is as if once you get him on his feet, he can step into that role that God created him to be. Because if he don't know that, you know what I mean, he's a prophet, a priest, and a king that is in him, he might just got some dirt on his armor. You know what I mean? He might just need to be hit with some water. He just might need a breath of fresh air, somebody to come and speak life into his situation and help him because somebody is hurt. Everybody ain't up all the time. Because if it was, then well, nobody would be hating. And I don't, to tell you the truth, I don't know why people hating. That's not a good example. Scratch that one. But meanwhile, I'm just saying, you know, everybody ain't always up. There's a top of the mountain and then there's a valley. You dig what I'm saying? And so some people walk through the valley and some people hit the you know what I mean, the high tops. You dig? So what if you find a man and dude is off his square? You know, he's hurt. He just lost somebody, or he just got out of a bad relationship. Say his wife was cheating on him. He's going through a divorce. He might be using you to be a band aid. And then next thing you know, you'll wind up spending out your time thinking like, dang, I'll never do you like she did. And you trying to prove this and that. But now he done got so much animosity and anger in his heart that you dig what I'm saying. He wind up taking that anger out on you. You trying to love him, but he's still hurting. And that's the reason why I gotta tell you, ladies, too. We talked about that a long time ago. Not a long time ago, a couple of months ago. Like, stop talking to people, man, when you ain't healed, when you ain't got yourself together. You know what I mean? You done been through something and your life fucked up and you steadily trying to jump into relationships and trying to be with people and you know you ain't got it together. Don't do that to people, man. That ain't cool. You know what I mean? Stop. And dudes got to stop doing it too because they try to make it seem like they so macho. You know what I mean? Like they got it together. And some man, men is sensitive. You know what I mean? In front of your face, they might try to be cool, but at the end of the day, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I hate having my heart broke. It's the worst feeling in the world. I don't think I ever cried over a broken heart, but I tell you what, it sucks. And but you get the drift, ladies. Be careful. If dude is dating you and he didn't just came out of a relationship of pain or a painful situation, it might backfire on you. You might just be getting used as a band-aid to be a fix to cover it up. You know, he's hurting right now, so he using you to go out to dinner just to try to get over this person. You dig what I'm saying? And then what happens if this lady double back and say, listen, we're gonna work this out? He gone on you. He gonna cut it out and you know what I mean, try to work on his family. So don't do that. That's number one. Number two, uh, what if the person is picking you up from a place of pleasure? Uh some people don't have no intentions on, you know what I mean, being with you. You might just got some good ass. Excuse my language. See, we said we was gonna stop cussing, but sometimes you just gotta keep it a buck. You dig what I'm saying? That's the reason why we call it the bare truth. Sometimes cats is just out just to try to hit something. You know what I mean? And you might be promiscuous, or y'all see each other in the club. You like his style. I don't know. Maybe you seen him in the gym. Maybe he's seen you in the gym, and so he's picking you up just from a place of pleasure. You are a piece of meat. So he's saying anything that he can say just so he can get you somewhere and take you down. I don't want to say I don't want to say it like that. Like you dig what I'm saying? Like that's what you are. Like you just a piece of meat. Like he trying to get you somewhere and take you down. But that's how that's how niggas be talking on the low. Like man, I took Shorty down. I don't know why they be cocky and macho like that. I've been in situations where I used to talk like that in my past when I used to womanize, but I don't think of women as pieces of meat, because the soul tie thing, attaching your bodies just to any and everybody and pulling away from that, you might be pulling away some craziness. So everybody ain't meant to be taken down. So go ahead and you you gonna take down something, you gonna take away something. You know what I mean? You thinking you taking something down and you're gonna take away depression, you're gonna take away suicidal thoughts, you mess around and take away an addiction to like meth or like pills or something like that. And I ain't laughing because it ain't funny, but it's real talk. You dig what I'm saying? So fellas, please stop doing that. So ladies, I'm giving you a piece of game though right now. Stop just because you got a thick body thinking that dude like you. That's not the key to to a person getting into your heart. So while y'all all be doing the little stories and everybody doing their pictures, or you want to get the BBLs and you want to go do your body up and stuff like that, that's not finna make a man love you. Now, if you doing it for your confidence and you want yourself to feel like that, that's cool. But let me ask you this though, and just keep it 100 with me. Is that the character of a queen? Okay, I'll wait. But meanwhile, it's like this though. You might not want to play out the role of a queen, but don't be mad that the qualities that God instilled in you and He put in you, they in you whether you want to be it or not, whether you want to walk into that or not, it's inside of you. So I don't have a problem with a lady being a boss because she is a boss. You know what I mean? She was built to be that. You know what I mean? She was created to help the man glorify God. Hold on, how can you do this when I'm on air? It's like, are you crazy? You can't, Tanisha. I'm live on the thing. I'm coming over there. That's my work buddy. That's my partner. We uh we did orientation together at craft, and she cooked, and I am definitely going over there to eat, and I thank God for her for fixing food and saying, hey, you want a plate before you go to work? I ain't got to go to work, but I still want the food. Meanwhile, listen to me, ladies, when I tell you this though, for real, for real, for real. You can't do this. What are you doing? Uh, yeah, so she just messed up my whole thing by keep doing that. All right, so now I got to start back over because she's trying to call me and I'm on live, and it's crazy. You can't do that. And I'm trying to tell her, here, let me text her because she don't understand. I'm live. All right. So maybe she'll tune in and she'll watch. Okay. But listen to me. So when I say that to you and I say, ladies, you have a queen that's in you. God created you to be a certain person, just like men. When I say prophet, priest, king, God created us to be that. I explained that to you in the Bible study. I'm not going to go through it all when I say that. But a prophet is a person who speaks things into existence. You have to watch what you say out of your mouth, fellas. When I say a priest, that's a person that has a relationship with God. Remember, the priest used to go in and take the prayers of Israel or the Hebrews to God. A king, um, he's a person that has dominion over things. Remember, God told Adam, "Go and have dominion over this earth, rule it and subdue it." So these are qualities that a man have in him. And so the reason why I'm trying to tell you this, though, ladies, is because you'll have a quality in you, and then you'll distort it. You will distort it. But are you? Damn, that's crazy. Okay, and so you will distort a quality that's in you, and you'll use it for the wrong reason. So I'm trying to think of this line that I said in this rap. I don't know. I can't even think right now because she just threw me off. So what am I trying to say? Let's make the main thing the main thing. Let me get back to what I'm trying to say and get back on cue. If you on Facebook and you making stories and you bending over and you shaking your butt and you twerking, or like saying you doing the onlyfans.com, or you doing like little things where you posting vids and you posting nude pics, if that's your means of how you get money, more power to you. I'm not mad at you, but you got to understand that God created you to be bigger, and better than that. So then when it's time for him to bless you with what you're supposed to have, you don't know how to handle it because you out of character. You have not been playing your role, and you haven't been playing your character, and you have no practice at being a queen. So now sometimes you're going to run up on something and you ain't going to be able to get the blessing because you ain't ready. You dig what I'm saying? And so that can get deeper when I come to y'all side and talk to y'all about that. Now, how does that tie into when you meeting this dude? Because if he's coming to you and he coming from a place of pleasure, he's trying to pick you up because you got a nice body, because he's seen you shaking your butt, or he's seen you at fansonly.com. Now, there's nothing wrong with a lady being sexy. If you got a dude and you do something, sexy, classy for him or something like that. You dig what I'm saying? There ain't nothing wrong with that. But be careful if that's what a dude is just using you for. You dig what I'm saying? Now, I mean, don't get it twisted. Like I'm trying to sit up here like I'm holier than thou. There are different types of friendships where you might just be using fam just for the D. Like, okay, it is what it is, my dude. You come through here, you give me a shot when I need you, and then go on home. No strings attached. But the whole thing of it is, don't get mad, you know what I mean, when your heart is in a place and now you want to be in love, and here's what you're getting. You dig what I'm saying? And so sometimes when you in life, you got to think about, okay, that's why it's always good to have goals. If you're walking around and you ain't got no goals and you ain't got no plan, like a vision board, I keep my vision board and I try to update it. You got to have a goal and you got a plan, because when you got a plan and you got a goal, it helps you stick to the script. And even if you ain't there, you know what the mission is and you know what the goal and you know what the plan is. See, when you walking around aimlessly and you ain't got no plans and you ain't got no goals, I can't fuck with you. I'm gonna keep it real with you. If you ain't got nothing going on in your life, you can't tell me where you trying to be in like 2 years or where you trying to be at in 5 years, I'll lose interest in you because I don't know what to do with you. I know that I'm a king. I know that I'm a prophet. I know that I'm a priest. I got a relationship with God, and I know I speak things into existence. That's the reason why I always try to stay positive. I always try to be encouraging and uplifting. You dig what I'm saying? We don't do the negative shit. And you ain't listen. I protect my peace at all costs. I only got this little basement down here where I lay my head. I'm down here with my roommate. I love her to death upstairs. But don't nobody knock on our door. Don't no foolishness come over here. Only time people come over here is when you getting your hair cut and you call when you come over here to get your hair cut. People don't just knock on our door. We don't do pop-ups over here. You know, we got family members that do that or maybe like doctor type stuff. But for real, anything that come over here is peaceful. And so I'm saying all of that to say this: you better try to set you some type of goals and some type of plans on what you want in your life, because the enemy out here, he'll throw a monkey wrench in there. You'll have a dude over here and you think he like you, and he just be looking at you like a bust down, and that's all it is. And then next thing you know, you didn't sit up here and you didn't gave him your goods, and that's all he wanted. He has no interest in your heart. So what is he saying? You need to try to figure out, what is he saying? What is his body language saying? What is he saying as far as like goals? You got kids. Is he interested in your kids? You dig what I'm saying? Is he concerned about different things? Like, what kind of music do you listen to? You know, what do you like to do on your free time? Just an off-brand conversation that doesn't benefit him at all. You dig what I'm saying? Matter of fact, um, let's go ahead and watch the. You said, Crystal, I don't know why men and women can't just be honest and say exactly what they want. Let me post that. She says, hold on, let's blow this one up. She says, I don't know why men and women just can't be honest and say exactly what they want. If all you want is sex, then just say that. Crystal, I think you're real when you say that, because I'm gonna tell you why. Um, I had a friend that was talking to me about one of their like little relationships that she was going through with one of her with now I ain't gonna say one of her with her like little male friend. And she was just telling me, she was just like, damn, if he'd have just told me that this is what he wanted to be on, I could have respect that. She was just like, but instead he want to lie, he want to play games, and he want to do this and that. She was like, man, if he'd have just been honest, she was like, I'd have been on that. I'd been like, okay, you do your thing, I do my thing. But then when you sit up here and you play with a person and you try to make it seem like you all in, make sure you know what he's saying. He might not be saying it out of his mouth, but it is, just check him out and see, is that all he want? Is he interested in your day, how you doing, how your kids doing, how your mom and them doing? You know what I mean? Do he care if you got a relationship with God? You know what I mean? Do he care how your job is going? I mean, when a person is sincere about your well-being. So let's check out this other little video real quick and check out what this dude says. You'll know if he like you. Just check him out. Let's see real quick.
Here. Now I get this question a lot, and I want to tell you how you will know a man is interested in you. It's a few keys. Now, number one is communication. When a man is interested in a woman, he is going to be in communication every single day. Every day. There's 24 hours in a day. If Barack got enough time for Michelle, he got enough time for you. Understand that. Number two is consistency. He is going to be there. He's going to show up. He's going to be on time. He's going to be intentional. So it kind of goes in hand, consistency and intentionality. He's going to be about that. And number three is he is going to be honest and forthcoming. So it's going to be real. He's not going to be playing games. When he tells you his story over and over and over, it's gonna check out. And number four, he's not going to ask you for anything. When a man is really into a woman, he's not trying to get you on your back. He's not trying to open your legs. He's trying to open your mind. He ain't trying to jump into the bed. He's not asking for a loan, for no business loan. He's not asking for any help. He don't want your couch. He don't want your car. He don't want your bed. He wants your time and to get to know you. Understand that.
Damn, did that make sense? He said some real life stuff, like his intentions, and remember what I just said, coming from a place of pleasure. He ain't just trying to get you on your back, you know. And uh, the one little comment that Crystal had made, she was just like, "How come men and women just can't be honest about what they want?" Because sometimes, I mean, you can have mutual agreements. You dig what I'm saying on what this friendship should look like and what it should be. So don't think I'm sitting up here and I'm trying to tear down everything as if I feel like, boy, you better have your life together because I can't front to you. I ain't got my life together. You know what I mean? I'm praying every day for guidance and stuff like that on how to do it. But I'm telling you this, ladies, because sometimes y'all walk around and y'all got attitudes, and now you upset because you thought this person was this and he turned out to be that. And you're not checking him out. You're not listening to what he's saying to you. You dig what I'm saying? Like my man said, like, is he honest? There's not one person in this world that I've on a female version, whether we was friends or we was looking to be more than that, where you talk to me and I haven't told you what I was locked up for. I just don't do it. I keep it on because one of the reasons of being the bare truth, I feel like this. If I tell you the truth, you can accept it or you don't. But guess what we got? Now we got to understand it. Either you rock with me or you don't rock with me. And if you don't rock with me, it's cool because I'm not in the business of forcing people to be in my life. If you don't want to be in my life, I'm damn for sure not about to force you to be in my life. It's a billion, 8 billion people on this planet. What I need with one person that don't want to be in my life, go that way. And I'm not saying it in a place of arrogance of saying it like I'm just all that. Nope. I'm just saying, hey, it's cool with me. You know what I mean? Because you get like people who accept your friend request and you might speak to them and they don't even speak to you. They won't speak back or nothing like that, but they accepted the friend request and it's like, well, I'm not, trying to ask you to marry me. I'm just saying, hey, I got a podcast. Check out the podcast. What do you do? We might politic, but while you got some little funky ego or attitude to the point where you feel like you can't talk, that's cool. I ain't in the business of forcing you in there. If you see the podcast, check it out. Every now and then I'll do a story and I might see some people that might give me a thumbs up on the story and I don't really even know them. Thank you for that. You know what I mean? Because I want to keep pushing out content. So when you do see something, whether it's the public speaking or the haircuts or doing something for the kids or something like that, um, I want you to support it because I'm going to support the neighborhood. I'm always going to support the children. I'm always do something that's positive. And anytime that we can help people, that's where I'm at. That's where I'm best at. You dig what I'm saying? Anything that I'm doing, I'm trying to make us all win. I'm trying to win. And if you trying to win, let's go to I'll ride shotgun or I'll drive. It's up to you. But the moral of the story, let's bring it back. Ladies, try to figure out who you talking to and what is he saying if you can't even hear him. Sometimes a person ain't gotta talk to you or talk you to death. Only thing you gotta do is just check out how they treating you and how they acting you. What's in their character? You see, once they started showing their character, now all of a sudden like fam, you just want me to come over here and hit. You dig what I'm saying? I had a person tell me like, you know, every time I talk to you, you just want to hide out in the basement. It's like, okay, I'm sorry that you feel like that. You know what I mean? I just got done working and cutting hair. I don't even feel like going nowhere. I can't even do it. So God bless you. You know what I mean? And it wasn't even like, it was just we was over here trying to have sex. It wasn't none of that. It was just like I I couldn't get out. It was like sometimes I'd be so tired that I just can't, you know what I mean? I can't, I don't know when to get sleep. I be trying to steal it, I be trying to steal like little hours here and there and stuff like that. And so, you know, but make sure you know what a person is saying. Check out their body language. Check out how they treating you. Check out how they acting. Are they consistent? Are they intentional? Are they pursuing you? You dig what I'm saying? And then last but not least, a person will pick you up. A man is gonna pick you up from purpose. And that's my favorite one. I wanted to save the best one for last. And so a lot of times the reason why I talk like that, because whenever I meet somebody, my intentions is to build a friendship, and I want to see, you know what I mean, how cool we are, you know what I mean, like if we compatible. And some of the things that I look for, like when I talk to people, it's like, it might sound cliche, but we're gonna do it. We can do a part two, and then we can do it from the ladies. But check this out. Have you ever heard a man say? Here, let me get back on my chats in case somebody's saying something dope. Cause the hell. All right, somebody. Yeah, y'all are talking. Hold on. She says I had a Facebook, and we both agreed that all it was, and we were both okay with that. Hold on. Let me read this real quick before I go into purpose, because she just said this. She says I had a Facebook uh, friend, I guess, and she says we both agreed that's all it was, and we were both okay with that. He did his thing, and that was okay. But when I did my thing, he was not okay with it. Made comments, etc. Tried to make me feel bad, yet he didn't want to be exclusive. Too many mixed signals. Okay. So I agree with that. I understand that. Okay, yeah. Thank you for enlightening me with that. I didn't know. I mean, I heard the word friends with benefits, but when you was like FWB, it's like, yeah, I've been locked up. I've been in the joint, so I don't be knowing like all the lingo. I'm learning though. But okay, so check that out. So listen to what she said. She said we said that this is what it was going to be, but when he did his thing, it was okay. But when I did my thing, he was not okay with it. He made comments and etc. Try to make her feel bad about what she was doing, but yeah, he didn't want to be exclusive with her. You see what I'm saying? And so you're right. That's the reason why we got to do a part two, because ladies, you get men who will act like that. You dig what I'm saying? You know, all of a sudden, he feel like, all right, he can have you, and then he can go out and have whoever else he want to. But then again, he feel like you is his. You dig what I'm saying? And so, fellas, sometimes you do that. But today, the show is for you, ladies. What is he saying? So now that y'all see what she's saying, I'm pretty sure Sarah just tapped in. She said exactly. So they know what it's like. You know what I mean? And a lot of times, that's the key to the whole thing is communication. The bare truth. Keep it, man, do the bare truth at all times. Like, listen, I'm telling you raw, uncut truth with no strings attached. This is what we are. This is what we doing. Now we got an understanding. Either you can accept the understanding and we move forward because now we got an agreement. Now we know what we own. Or either you can say no. Then I'm on to the next. Now I get a chance to go and try to find somebody who fits what I'm looking for. I might not be looking for a relationship. I might not want to be into that. I might just want to just, have somebody that I can hang out with like on that. But you have to tell the truth. You can't be sitting up lying to people and trying to make it seem like that. And then ladies, stop being all naive and gullible and stuff like that and over here twerking and shit all in the club. You know what I mean? Bending over, showing all your stuff. And then when somebody take you down and then he don't show back up, then you crying. No, I'm playing. Don't do that, sweetheart. I'm joking. I'm saying, but you dig what I'm saying? Now you all over here, you crying and you hurt, your feelings is hurt, and you was like that. Or now you dealing with a creep. Now all of a sudden here he is showing up, he all outside, you know what I mean, watching everything you doing. You got friends coming over, he watching people to come to your house because he lying or you didn't thought that he was like this or you didn't told him it wasn't gonna be like that. Man, listen, communication rules the nation, man. We gotta have a conversation about it. And if we can't, then man, get on out of here. Ain't nobody finna put up with you and your foolishness. Now, I'm glad you said that, because that is dope. King Kareem, what's the word? People so used to being in a situation that relationships are irrelevant. Let me post that, King Cream, because now I'm finna move into this last little zone and let's rap about that. He just said people are so used to being in situationships that relationships are irrelevant. And that's the truth. Because if I gotta keep it honest with you, I'm 50. You know what I mean? And uh I hey, I don't want to be in a situationship. You know what I mean? I swear to God. I mean, and God knows it, because I pray about it. Um, I want to find this person that is gonna complete me and let's get to where we need to be, if that makes sense. Like, I know that I got a purpose in life. I know God created me for a reason. I hate that it took me so long to find my purpose and my calling in life, but I know what it is. The only thing that I don't like about my life right now, and I'm just gonna keep it 100, is working at that job. Thank God for that job because that job is a blessing and it's a stepping stone. But that job takes away a lot of time from what I'm really supposed to be. And so I'm using it because I need to right now because the barbershop needs 2 years of taxes. So right now we need those pay stubs. And then those checks is nice. Those checks do some things, but it's not my only source of income. Now, and I said all of that to say this with the calling and the things that I got going on in my life, I know that if I meet me a woman and she was to take me serious and she really felt like okay, she wanted to be with me, I can bring something to the table. I ain't no bum ass nigga. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna keep it real. I ain't no bum. I know how to be a provider. I know how to be a protector. I do know my position as prophet, priest, and king, and I'm looking for God to just put that in my life. And so that way I can say, okay, y'all can have this street shit. Y'all can have, whatever. However you meet women or whatever it is, like come get my last name so I can go somewhere and sit down. So now it's us. We do this. We a team and we build it and we glorifying God on this earth. That's what I'm looking for. So I feel you, King Cream, on the situationships that relationships are is relevant, not for me. I'm looking for a relationship. And I'm keeping it 100 with you. Now, when a man meets a woman from a place of purpose, he talks to you different. You know what I mean? It's like um you important. You know what I mean? If you got kids, your kids are important. Your relationship with God is important. Your job is important. How you feel is important. How your day is important. Because when he meets you from a place of purpose, it's like this. Now he's trying to figure out, you know what I mean, what's going on with you because you make him want to be better. So you see what I'm saying? Like, so when a man get with like a real woman, you know what I mean? And she's really walking in her position as a queen, as a nurturer, as the multiplier, as God creator, the incubator. She takes everything that a man, his ideas, his plans, and she multiplies it. You dig what I'm saying? And so the woman is not lower than the man. The woman is equal to the man, and they both partners that God created to bring this union together to glorify God on this earth. I did the Bible study before. We might do it again, but I don't want to go too deep into that. But when a man is pursuing you from purpose, you know, he wants to know, you know what I mean, certain things. And sometimes I can have a conversation with a person, man, and it'll just happen without me even knowing it. You know what I mean? It's just like I listen, I pay attention to detail. I know what you told me. I know things that you like. I know what you don't like. I might know things that you might have told me something that your kids like. You dig what I'm saying? That I might have just remembered just in my head because I'm coming from purpose because and not saying that every person that I meet, I'm trying to make them my wife, but what you're doing is you looking at them from a standpoint of saying, hey, are you that one? You dig what I'm saying? Like I need to see. So when I meet you, you know what I mean? There's certain things, you know what I mean? I might just be quiet and just listen to you. You know what I mean? I need to know what you're talking about. I want to understand how you talking all day. Are you negative? Do you talk negative all day? Because if you are, I'm not gonna be around that shit. I'm just gonna keep it real with you. If you just negative and you got something bad to say about somebody, you ain't happy, you always mad. You a drag, and you ain't finna drag my life down. I got too much stuff going on. Dude on the office, and then when they had messed up that little company and robbed the company by taking like $1 or something from everybody's pension, and they they knew they had got caught. They knocked on the door and was like, "Hey, you want to talk?" Dude said, "No, no thanks." He's like, "Ain't no sense fucking my life up." He said, "My life already fucked up. Don't fuck my life up with your shit." You know what I mean? Excuse my language. I don't want to sound like that. I don't want to have a potty mouth when I'm talking about something that's so important. But I want to put emphasis on this. Don't come around me, you know what I mean, with your negative, negativity and your bad energy and your bad vibes. If you ain't trying to win, you do. I'm not saying everybody's got to be a winner. Everybody's got to be successful. But listen, little mama, I'm gonna tell you right now, um, we not gonna last and as a friends or trying to be cool if you negative, if you ain't got nothing to say, and if you just ain't trying to, level up. And I ain't saying like I remember one time I was talking and I was like, it ain't enough just to have a job. Like you gotta have like a side hustle, a couple of like different hobbies. And that's me because I'm a go-getter. You see what I'm saying? Craft, come home, I got the barbershop back there. I could shoot over here and do a public speaking gig, or I can DJ. You dig what I'm saying? Forgot we doing the studio too. We got some music and stuff that's gonna come. But what I'm saying is I at least want a woman that can match my energy. You know what I mean? You don't have to just have all of these different goals or like plans and stuff like that, but at least be passionate about something. You know what I mean? I need to know that you're passionate about something, that something makes you smile, because a career is what pays you, but a calling is what makes you. You know, a calling is something that God created you for, and you just do it without thinking. It don't even seem like a job. You get up and you do it. It's like I'd have met some people that just love to take care of people that's like in the CNA field, or like traveling nurses and stuff like that. When you talk to, or like people that like to do hair, they love to make people look good. Like, y'all see the little picture I did with the little boy? That's my little bitty cousin, right? And he came over yesterday, and so he 5 turning into 6, and he felt like the ponytail was like a little boy, so he felt like he was a big boy. And so he was adamant, like, and you see in one of the shots, he actually fell asleep on me because I was trying to take my time and trying to get him right, because when you take a person ponytail off and they got hair, it's different processes that you got to go to. And then when I got done with it and I gave him the mirror, if you could have seen a smile on his face. And he was like, I like, you like it. And he looked at it, and it was like it was his new look. Now he only 6 years old, but he knew it was time to make this transition. You see what I'm saying? And not only that, just as a little kid, you had dreams. You have things that you dream about. You know how you see yourself. You know how you want to grow. I used to cut hair when I was 13 years old. Now that I'm a grown man, I'm still cutting hair, and it's a beautiful thing to do something. I did the post and I said transformations, and I left my number, but it is. You transform lives, man, when you get there and you get done working them clippers and you make them people feel good. You make a person feel like he's getting ready to go to a job interview. My man SP, when he first started school, he had to come through. And I'm talking about he came through like at 6:45 in the morning because he felt like, Bear, you got to get me right. I'm getting ready to start school. I can't go in there with my head looking a mess. I need my beard and everything right. And then when people trust you to do that, it becomes a passion to me. And so sometimes I be tired, and sometimes it hurts, and sometimes I drop the ball and I miss them. Or like when I go out of town. So sometimes I kill date night with a friend or somebody that want to take me out. I kill date night because I owe it to this person to cut their hair. They got somewhere to go. So I can't just cut them off. So sometimes I be cutting hair till like 9 o'clock at night. I started cutting hair Saturday at literally early in the morning, and I still miss one. I'm cutting hair early in the morning and then all the way into the sun go down. But I'm telling you all of this to say that's a slash career slash calling. Nobody ever taught me how to cut hair. My mama just had clippers in the house. So I practiced on the Gats hair out on Seven Deuce. And so now it's just a thing. Now I went and got the license, but it's just something that I've been doing all of my life. But I'm passionate about it. When I talk to you, sweetheart, and I come from a place of purpose, I need to know what you're passionate about. I need to know what your dreams are. How can I support your dreams? I got to have something to pray for. How can I pray for you? You know what I'm saying? Unless you always negative, like, this job make me sick, and you don't keep this job. You don't went over here and got this job for 3 months. Now you ain't even working that job. You over here. Yeah, they fired me. And now, like, listen, you all over the place. You ain't got yourself together. So when a person come to you from a place of purpose, I need to know, can we build something? Can you keep a job? Because if you can keep a job, then we can be stable. We gonna make it. Because even though I get money, you got to do something. Even if I was to be able to pay all the bills in the house, you still okay. Well, then you got a car. Then you need to pay your insurance. You need to put gas in your own car. What if you can't do that? You got some gas money. I can't give you no gas money if you don't pay no bills. It's like, what are you doing with your bread? You see what I'm saying? It's got to make sense. So when I'm saying, when we say purpose, is little bitty things mean a lot. Like, I need to know, can my life, how does our life mesh? Can I see you with you for the rest of my life? You know what I mean? I'm telling you, man, when I meet people who dream small, if I can't encourage you and lift you up to make you want to be better than what you are, I don't know what to do with you. Because it ain't about sex. Because if that's all it's about, shit, I'm gonna tell you right now, I could date my hand and have a better time than that. I'm just keeping it a buck, bare truth. I can just, you know what I mean? I could date myself for that. So I'm too old for that. You dig what I'm saying? Just to be chasing women around for that. That's corny to death. I'm just gonna keep it real. I'm at that point where that's like super corny. But when I say coming from a place of purpose, little mama, I need to know how can I make you better and how do you make me better? When I wake up and I look at you, do you make me smile? Do you make me want to be the best version of me? When I hold hands with you, do I feel like I'm a king? Like, yeah, I'm proud to be with Shorty. Shorty excite me. Shorty make me want to live. She give me energy. I know for a fact that God has placed this person in my life. She loves God. When we talk about God, we get excited. Anybody talk to me when you hear me talking about the Bible, you know that's one of the most exciting conversations that I got. If she don't want to talk about the Bible, then we lost. You know what I mean? I don't know what to do with you. And I'm not saying that you bad if you don't know the Bible. No, that's not what I'm saying. But you got to at least know where I'm passionate about. You dig what I'm saying? I need to know what you're passionate about. I need to be able to protect you. I need to be able to be your covering. How can I know how to cover you if you don't even know where you at? I don't even know what you're doing with yourself. You did? I'm just keeping it a buck with you. I think we're a little bit over our time. I think we done superseded the hour. So back to the main thing. The main thing. What is he saying? You need to try to figure it out. Um, a lot of times people is talking to you without talking, without even saying a word. They saying stuff to you. You just ain't listening to them. You ain't listening to their body language. Whether he's coming from a place of pain, you ain't even here. You know what I mean? That his mom died when he was 5 years old. He looking for you to be his mom. You dig what I'm saying? She says, "Are you drinking wine?" No, Crystal. So don't never say that on the podcast for the people that don't know. I don't even drink. This is sparkling cider, like apple juice and like like grape juice. So listen to this, Crystal. Like so when I DJ, right? One of the things for DJing, they have to buy me. Um, I got a brand new bottle in the freezer too. They have to buy me like bottles of like grape juice. You dig what I'm saying? Since I don't drink alcohol, I don't go to the bar because usually the person DJ for you, you bring them drinks. Like when I forgot my girl DJ Reese. Man, she did my 80s and 90s party. Dope DJ, man. I gave the bar a $50 tab. You know what I mean? Just so she can be able to get her shots of Remy, so she can keep it going. And she's dope. She's dope. I ain't heard from her in a minute. DJ Reese, what's up, sweetheart? Holla at your boy. I got some things that I'm thinking about doing, and I'll let y'all in on them in a minute. But meanwhile, no, Crystal, I've been drinking like sparkling juice. You know what I mean? And if you ever want me to DJ, get me a couple of bottles of that and fix me a plate, and I got like a really cool price for you. DJ Bear Truth is a thing now, for real, and it's cracking. So I will show up. And but yeah, so remember what I was saying, a place of pain, you know. Uh, what if a dude is hurting and he been talking to you, but you didn't listen to him? He might have told you that somebody broke his heart or something happened. It could be a detrimental thing with a family member. He telling you this, and you ain't listening. And so now when he deal with you, he lost his mom when he was young. Now all of a sudden he looking for a mother and a woman. He looking for somebody to take care of him because he never had anybody take care of him. You know what I mean? What if he come from a place of pleasure? You know what I mean? Only thing he know is uh he's an addict. I done talked to people that said that they didn't had, a significant other that's a sex addict, and all they wanted to do is have sex to the point where you can turn your partner off if that's all you want to do, like all day, every day. You dig what I'm saying? Like it can be cool. You dig what I'm saying if it's a mutual thing, but like, if that's all you own and you coming from a place of pleasure, then the pleasure supersedes date night, family night, time with the kids, listening. She come home, she hurt, and she got some things going on. Next thing you know, she get up close on you, she crying, she put her head on her shoulder. You try to take her clothes off because you think it's on. And she trying to tell you about her day and you trying to take her down. Listen, what is he saying? You need to try to figure out his life and who you dealing with. And you dig what I'm saying? And listen to some of the comments because they keeping it 100. Um, if all it is a sex affair, y'all need to make that. But I tell you this, if the relationship is just built on that and that's all it is, You cannot supersede or get away from soul ties. They are there. So why you just saying like, okay, we just gonna get together, we're gonna be friends with a benefit. We're gonna be friends with benefits. So we just gonna do sex things. So okay, they got good sex, but they got a funky spirit. And they've been attaching themselves to other people with funky spirits and negative spirits or demonic spirits. Now you got that in your life. Now you ain't got no peace, and now you wondering why you depressed or why things ain't going right for you. When you attach yourself to people because you're just doing friends with benefits, some of them benefits ain't benefits. Some of them benefits is like demonic spirits. And so I'm just giving you a little gem. That one's for free. That's up to you. If I was you, um, purpose. How can this person complement my life? How can you complement their life? Because I think those are the best relationships. You know, I don't know. I only been home for like 2 years, a little bit over 2 years, and um, I thought I had one. You know what I mean? Don't want to talk too much, and it ain't shaming because the person I really did care about. But I don't know. It just seemed like when you talk about people need to be healed and stuff like that, and sometimes I just think that this person might not have been healed. You know what I mean? And so I was being punished for something somebody else did. You know what I mean? And so you have to see what people are saying, man. And sometimes y'all got to try to figure out what this guy said, especially me, man, because I've been in prison for like 15 years. And so um, my life is fucked up. Straight up fucked up, Holmes. You dig what I'm saying? 15 years, man, in a box, man, it'll mess you up. And you hate to think it's like that. Welcome home to baby C. My dude is on the block. He's back out here. He looking good. um Seen him in the truck, stay fresh in the joint, kept some fresh sneakers in the joint. Baby, ain't nothing changed, man. I think he had a post and he said, man, it's too easy. And what it is, baby, is that real niggas do real things, you know. And so a lot of people will compliment me and be like, man, you came home and you got right back to it. It was already in me, you know what I mean? And I ain't doing nothing I ain't used to. I'm just it's what my family put it. It's in my bloodline and it's what I'm used to. But this time I definitely want to give it to somebody else. How can we all win? How can we encourage each other? And how can we all level up? I love that. That's the type of things that turn me on. And so, ladies, if I can meet that woman, I definitely want to meet somebody that has purpose. I want us to be great and not better than anybody else. I just want us to be great, do great things. I want us to do take great trips, make great money, property, drive great, eat great, do great things for other people that's hurting. Do out and do great community work, be selfless, philanthropist, anything that's got to do with glorifying God and loving people, love hard. And just man, because stuff like that turn me on. You know what I mean? You really want to know what makes me tick, man? Helping people out, showing love, and what I mean, buying shoes. Buying me some shoes. You dig what I'm saying? If I can get me some fresh shoes, man, I love them. You know what I mean? But no, for real, I'm being serious. So, coming from a place of pain, pleasure, and purpose, what is he saying? You better try to figure it out. We're gonna do a part two. Maybe I can get some guests. Maybe somebody might want to pop up here and talk. I don't know. Catrice says real recognize real. And even though that's old and it might be cliche, Patrice is a so real, sister. And you gotta understand that sometimes people don't relate to you because they're not real. You dig what I'm saying? And maybe you don't relate to people because you're fake. You dig what I'm saying? And that's a true statement. Sis just said it. Real recognize real. We used to say that all the time, but it's a true statement. It rings true in the joint. It rings true out here on the streets. Sometimes these cats out here are so monkey to death. They just be doing stuff that I just ride by myself. I think Liz just said something. Shout out to my big cousin Lizzie, man. Lizzie, man, I love him, and we ain't got a chance to like hang out, but we got to get together and hang out. We keep saying it, but we ain't been doing it. He made a post and he says, "You youngsters better stop running up on old school guys because some of us ain't forgot what we used what we used to do." And I'm gonna tell you this little short story because when he said that, I laughed because I knew what he was saying. So if anybody read that post that Lizzie said, you younger people better stop running up on these OGs or old school cats because some of us ain't forgot what we used to do. You dig what I'm saying? And he was trying to give you a warning, right? And so one time Cuz calls me and he said, "Hey man, what's up?" He said, I had a little situation. He did some business with this dude, with this little young guy, and it must have went bad. It turned out to be bad. I ain't gonna say what it was because it's neither here nor there. So Cuz called me and he says, I heard that somebody was telling me that you kind of know Buddy and that you might be able to get in touch with him. He says, can you pass him a message? He says, hit him and tell him to give me a call, man. He said, because that little situation, that little business deal that we did, it went bad. And he says, tell him to, what I mean, to try to call me before I see him. And listen, I'm laughing, but it ain't funny. But this is Cuz. If anybody know Lizzie, especially today, one thing I got to say about some of my guys, that has been older. God has blessed us to see our late 40s and our 50s and stuff like that. We're in a different space now. You know what I mean? We working. And it's not like we used to be when we was D boys out there in the street. Cuz was getting money, cuz was riding good and stuff like that. But for today, him, me, and a lot of other of us, some of us is walking with God, going to church, and we working jobs, man. You know what I mean? We punching the clock. My money comes hard, bro. You dig what I'm saying? I earn my money. Don't nothing for me come cheap. You dig what I'm saying? I earn my money. And for somebody to do a business deal with you and play you out of some money, this ain't that. At this present particular time, you can't do that. And so Cuz told me to tell a little homie to get with him before he see him. And I called some of his family members, man, and I just told him like, hey, this the wrong one. You know what I mean? That you want to mess with his money. You know what I mean? Don't you really don't want to do that because he ain't on that, even though he might have hung that hat up. If he had to if he have to put that hat back on, the smoke be ridiculous. You dig what I'm saying? It'll be hard to fan it out. Let's just say it'd be hard to fan it out. And so what am I trying to say to you again? It's just like, man, listen, real recognize real. Treat people the way that you want to be treated, man. Always try to be stand up. Always tell the truth, even if it hurts, man. So what? Man, ain't nobody out here better than nobody, man. Everybody got some skeletons in their closet. Everybody done did something. They funk might not be your funk, but guess what? Guess what happened? You know what I mean? Guess what happened? Okay. Do anybody remember back in October of last year? Um, the police came up to my job and they arrested me. And y'all remember that Nubia came and bonded me out for 2,000, right? So listen to this. Do you not know that they came up to my job and they arrested me back in October of last year? And they said that I didn't come downtown and register my Cadillac. You dig what I'm saying? Everybody, people that know me and know the trouble that I uh, had to get into, that I got into when I went to prison, that when I came home, this is one of the situations of this monkeyness that I got to deal with. So, okay, make a long story short, they come up to my job, they embarrass me. They had just left from my house, seen the Cadillac outside. Then the next day, they come and arrest me. And so this guy got me in the truck and he taking me to jail. Like I'm telling him, like, man, this is my car. Why would I not register my car? It's my car. I got insurance on my car. My car note is paid up months in advance. Why would I not do this for my car? So he's talking to me. He's trying to make me feel this small. He's belittling me, right? He talking to me like I ain't nothing. Do you not know that March the 1st of this year, this man went to jail. This police officer, sheriff, I'm not going to even say his name because I don't want to get into that, but he went to jail. Come to find out that he was on some misconduct and that he was falsifying records, that he was locking us up to make himself look good because he was doing something else. He was doing some wrong stuff in his line of work. And to make himself look good, he was wrapping people up and locking us up and falsifying documents. I got to tell you, I'm telling you this, but it hurts in the stomach because this is the type of things that people just don't understand. You see what I'm saying? A lot of times people point fingers at you. Aha, did you hear this? Did you see he went to jail? Did you hear about this and that? And y'all don't even know that dude falsified a document and came and arrested people and made us look bad, made me miss work going back and forth to court. And all the time, he is the one who's covering up his life, covering up himself because he's doing wrong. I ain't gonna call out no names because it's allegations right now and he's got to go to court. And then I got to try to handle it from a legal point of view. But I got to tell you, man, I thank God that it happened because now this might be that crack in the door that I need to get my name free and just to show what Scott County has just been doing to me for like the last 17 years. You know what I mean? They've been doing it and they've been getting away with it. And so stop when you see people going to jail, looking people up on the inmate list and trying to ridicule and clown and I'm thinking that they all bad because them people downtown is corrupt and crooked too. And so I said all of that to just say, Catrice says real recognize real. Sometimes you got monkey motherfuckers right up under your face, right up under your nose, and they postponing to be real and they ain't on nothing. And then they looking and pointing their fingers at other people, trying to make them feel low and belittle them. Oh, you did this and you did that and you did this. And all the time it's you with your monkey ass and you the one. You dig what I'm saying? And you the one. You the one out here living foul. You the one bogus. But it's so good to point your finger at somebody else and make them look bad. You know why? Because it takes the spotlight off of you. Take the spotlight off of you so people don't have to see that you stink, that you a weak motherfucker and you bogus. And so what you do, you come up to my job and embarrass me in front of my plant manager about my shit that I bought. I've been working hard. Excuse my language, but I've been working hard. God has been blessing me, man. That shit hurt to go to jail, then have to pay 2,000. Now they don't even want to give me the 2,000 back. They try to take the money and put it on our fines. Then my kids with my last name. So now people is on there see me on the inmate list. And now you might want to pick with my daughters. You might want to say something to them. I got my baby calling me like, Dad, you all right? They locked you up. What was that about? Somebody inboxed me and like, your dad was on the inmate. You see what I'm saying? And now y'all do little shit like that to my people, and y'all don't even know that this motherfucker down here, he doing us like that. And he wrong. The whole time he wrong. Read the papers, man. I wish I could say his name, but I'm not because it's going to be called shaming. So we can't do that. But wait, it's got to come to the light now. So I'm thinking, I'm trying to figure it out. I ain't going to even say nothing. I got to talk to some people on some legal side, but that's it. I ain't talked to y'all in a minute, man. So I'm up here venting, man. Y'all my peoples. You know I love y'all. So, Stonebread, what's up, man? Pick me up in the BMW sometime. You know, let me ride in the BMW. You jump in the lack. What's up, SPZ? SP, man, you know you could have came and got the cut, my dude, and you could have brung that plate. Man, I ain't seen you in a couple of weeks, so I know you out here looking braggedy, man. Come on through. Holla at your barber, man. That's my man. Been messing with this dude from the joint, man. My bro, for real, for real. Um, I am Tanisha. I'm coming through to try the food. I'm live on the thing on the Facebook. How can I come get your food when I'm live? She made food, so I'm finna go taste it because she made some fish. The fish was so good. Live on my way. Written now, not right now. Written in now. Written in now. And I'm on my way. She only stay across the street like on Locust, and I'm over here on Bridge. But listen, man, bare truth. I love y'all. For real, for real, for real. I love y'all. God bless y'all. Ladies, what is he saying? Check out a person's character, body language. You looking for the stuff that he's not saying to you. Sometimes people talk and they got like a lot of game. So don't fall for that. You dig what I'm saying? Listen to what he's saying to you so you don't get your feelings hurt. And put some clothes on and stop. You know what I mean? Putting your stuff out in the air. out in, out in the atmosphere. You dig what I'm saying? Don't put all your business out in the atmosphere. You dig? Because then he gonna be trying to take you down. You know what I mean? And that's all it's gonna be. And you gonna be in love and you thinking like God that sent him your way and he ain't doing nothing but trying to put you on your back. I'm just talking crazy. Meanwhile, listen, uh man, gee nice. We gotta do the ball head nuts. Got some stuff. Man, I missed to talk about Puff. We gotta talk about that and about the battles. About Drake and Kendrick Lamar. I ain't gonna even front. I don't know who are Drake fans. I rock with Kendrick Lamar. K Dot all day. You know what I mean? I've been listening to some of the songs in the disc records, but I'm rocking with K Dot. You know, like that, man. That's one of my favorite joints right now. But listen, man, I'm gonna try to get back to y'all maybe Thursday. If nothing, it's gonna be hard on Sundays because they forcing us into work. They making us come in at 8 o'clock, so I don't even know when the next time I'm gonna see y'all. You know, um, but I'm gonna try to do it again. Maybe sometime this week. or something like that. And then I got some other stuff that I'm gonna talk about. We're gonna do a part two. If you want to be a guest, man, inbox me and say I want to be a guest. I got something to talk about. You was talking about some stuff that hit a point. I got a story to share. I got something like that. I can have up to like 7 to 8 people. People want to show up. I know little Ronnie gonna jump on here. Maybe Cowboy want to jump on here, but we're gonna do a part two. What is he saying? We're trying to read body signs, language, character, so we can try to help women out, not fall for the okie doke. And then we're gonna help the men out because y'all be on bogus shit too. So listen, I love y'all, man. Bare truth. I'm gone. Peace.